What a game we saw between the Thunder and the Cavaliers yesterday. Now, I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I caught the fourth quarter. I was just pretty occupied with my day. But when I was watching that sequence during the stretch where Ty Jerome just getting buckets with his floaters, scoring off the dribble, keeping Cleveland ahead, just barely of the Thunder, and they had a total between both teams of 67 3-point attempts. It was really good basketball to watch. If you're just a purist of the game, if you love the NBA, I thought both teams battled all night. The Thunder were using different defensive schemes. They would play zone, they would try to trap the Cavs. And what I love about Cleveland's offense was they were very quick with their decision making. When they had the short roll action with Jared Allen, he would cut, get the ball, and he would be very decisive with his passes, or he would shoot the ball. He was the best player on the basketball court all night long. SGA, he got off to a slow start and then picked it up, and he was just phenomenal. I thought just every player was just fascinating to watch. And these are two teams who have just been at the top of the food chain. They had their long winning streaks. OKC was on the 15-game winning streak. The Cavs are now on I think it's a 12-game winning streak right now because they just beat the Raptors tonight. And again, Cleveland, man, their offense is just humming. And when you watch them, you have to be very decisive because they punish you if you aren't, quick on your rotations. They put you in a lot of different positions where you have to figure out, okay, what are we going to give up? What are we going to take away from this team? They scored 129 points on a Thunder team who's never given up that much points all year long. They scored over 120 points, and the Thunder haven't given up that many points since November 17th. They scored over 110 points, and the Thunder haven't given up that many points in the past 7 games. So the Cavs deserve a ton of credit for the way they ran their offense. There were times where Allen caught the ball, threw alley-oops to Mobley and vice versa. When Garland, there was a moment where they had Hartenstein try to come up towards the free throw line so he can cut up the drive, and then Garland at the end of the game just went right to his spot for just a layup, and you just couldn't contain the ball, and the Cavaliers were just really quick and very decisive out there. There's a shot that Mobley made at the end of the game. He just went, I think it was on Hartenstein, just went towards the rim and just made it on him. It was a tough basket, but that's the difference between Garland and Mobley this year. We talked about another video where Mobley now has the ball. He's making more decisions instead of coming off these pick and roll actions, and it puts him in tough spots. So they've done a great job with Mobley with his spot up shooting, put him in actions where he actually has the ball. And of course, Donovan Mitchell didn't even shoot the ball well. I think he shot 3 of 16 from the field. So you have a bad shooting night, but you have guys like Ty Jerome step up, get you 8 big points in the fourth quarter. Allen stepped up. He was huge for the Cavs. He was blocking shots. He was rebounding the ball. The offensive rebounding, my goodness. Hartenstein in the third quarter, he was getting a bunch of rebounds. And in that fourth quarter, you had Allen just getting rebound after rebound and Mobley just crashing the glass. And OKC just couldn't stop it. Now, I know that Caruso and Chet are not in the lineup right now, and I think they're going to make an announcement on Chet very soon on when he's going to return. I'm not sure about Caruso's status. I haven't kept up with that. But again, I would love to see both these teams at full strength. Obviously, we won't see that, unfortunately, because they're going to play again next Thursday. However, this game was just pure entertainment. It was great basketball. And again, when you're not attempting all these threes, and you're not taking I think there's nights where people are taking 100 threes, it can get very boring. To see just 67 attempts, it shows you that both teams were trying to run different offenses and giving you different looks. SGA still getting to the paint, getting shots. I know he missed some easy ones for himself, but this was just great basketball. The Cavs had to be very decisive because with the Thunder, they're very good with trapping you and getting in recovery on defense. And if you're not fast enough for your passes, they are going to force turnovers. In fact, I think they forced 15 turnovers. And I think they had about 16 to 18 points off of turnovers. The rebounding, I think it was 41-39 advantage Cavs. That was really close. But that's how close this game was. I think the Cavs at one point were up by 2 points, about a minute 20 left. And that big offensive rebound where they challenged it and the Cavs got the ball back, that's what really won them the game. And it just happens that way where it's between the margins. You have no room for error. And the Cavs squeaked it out, and they deserve a lot of credit because, again, Mobley has the ball in his hands, driving to the rim, and he's just fearless. And then Garland at the end, they try to play, Hartenstein, he's in a island by himself. If he's going to play up to the top of the key, Garland can just run right by him and get to the basket and throw it a quick alley-oop or a quick pass to Mobley or Allen. It's tough to beat that or kick it out for a 3. So there's a lot to like. And then Donovan Mitchell had a couple of shots in the fourth quarter, just that's just a shot making ability that you don't see a lot from players. That's just Donovan Mitchell being Donovan Mitchell. But I just love this game because it was super competitive. Both teams are just playing at the top of their game right now, and they deserve to be in the conversations with the Boston Celtics. There's just no doubt about it. The Cavaliers are the real deal. I think right now, if I had to put my power rankings and just give you a list of teams, the Cavs are number one, the Thunder are second, the Celtics are third as of today. Now, can that conversation change? Of course. But right now, the Cavaliers are 33-4. I mean, they're on pace to win 70 plus games. I don't know if that will happen, but man, they just look phenomenal. And I'm excited to see these teams match up next Thursday because I'm curious to see what the Thunder do. Obviously, I know it's just a regular season game, but these teams are playing phenomenal basketball and they're playing with a lot of pride, a lot of motivation. Obviously, with the Cavs, we can't forget that they've been together for a few years. Donovan, Mitchell, Garland, Allen and Mobley, they've gone through the playoff battles where they've lost, lost in five, got embarrassed by the Knicks. They had injury problems. They had a tough 7-game series against the Magic, and then Jared Allen went down, and he didn't play against the Celtics. Donovan Mitchell went down after game 3. So they have played together. They really just need a new coach in Kenny Atkinson, and he's come in and implemented his system, and they are bought in. And he has said that he's still going to play 10 guys in the playoffs. We'll see if that is an actual reality because in the playoffs, you have more time to strategize and focus a game plan to take away people's strengths, especially role players. So I'm curious to see if you'll keep up that strategy. But man, when you have Mobley's improvement, I think Darius Garland is going to have a great playoffs run because I know he's struggled in the past, but I think he has, improved this game. Floaters are really good now. Pull-up jump shots are really good. And obviously, he's just blown by people. I mean, this guy, he'll get to the rim with ease, and you just can't stop it. And the ball movement is just so pretty to watch. I mean, the Cavaliers, I think they had 36 assists, and I think they shot 53% from the field. I might have got the numbers wrong there, but they were moving the ball. They were getting good looks, and they were quick because, again, with the Thunder's defense, if you're not fast enough for your passes, if you're just a split second late, you're done. They're getting to your spots. They're locking you up, and you have no chance at all. Imagine when they get Chet back and get Caruso. My goodness. My only concern with the Thunder right now is chemistry because, again, I know they'll have a deep playoff run, but you got to get reps in. And if Chet comes back in like March and he's playing alongside Caruso and Hartenstein, it might take time to ramp up. But here's the good news. The Thunder might have like a 10-game lead in the Western Conference when it's all said and done, and they can do some experimenting. I think they should do that. And yeah, you might lose some games in March, but if you got like a 10 to 15 game lead, who cares? Get the chemistry together with Hartenstein and Chet, do some experiment with lineups or rotations, see what's going to work so you get ready for the playoffs. So I think, again, I love what these teams are doing. As a basketball fan, I mean, I love the Celtics, but I just love watching basketball in general. And that fourth quarter was just so much fun to watch. And the Cavs, man, they're just so good. I can't like the improvements it's night and day. They're not the same team they used to be. We can talk about, oh, they might be the Atlanta Hawks. That's not the case. Not with this team. I don't believe that whatsoever. Now, can they afford to lose anybody? No, but I don't want that for them anyways. I mean, a fully healthy Cavs team is a lot to deal with. And I'm curious to see what the Celtics do because I believe these two teams are destined to meet in the Eastern Conference Finals. And I think it's going to be a dogfight and it's going to be a wonderful series to watch. But again, we get great basketball next week when it comes to the Thunder and Cavs. Round 1 goes to Cleveland. Shout out to them. And they found a way to win tonight. I was watching the end of the Raptors game, and Strus went off. Just the ball, man. They just find a way. And Mitchell didn't play tonight. See, the Cavs just find ways to get wins. And when you got Dean Wade out there, there's a moment I think Dean Wade looked really good defensively against SGA. Obviously, SGA is still going to get his baskets. And I know the Thunder got off to a good start. I think they're up like 8 points in the first quarter, and the Cavs just started to get it closer. But Allen was the best player last night. The offensive rebound was definitely a huge factor. Hartenstein even almost had a triple-double. I mean, the guy was just balling out there, especially with those floaters. They just couldn't stop that. It was just a chess match. They were running different actions at each other, and it was just good basketball to watch. So, yeah, I'd love to hear your thoughts on this Cavs and OKC matchup. What do you look forward to next week in their second round, or should I say second game against each other? And do you think these two teams are destined to meet in the NBA Finals, or do you think it's going to be the Celtics again and it's someone else from the West? Love to hear your thoughts. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel, and I will catch you in the next one.